Nigeria, from 1960 to date, we have been ruled by the older generation, which has resulted in the poor management of the Nigeria economic system and resources. Many of our past leaders, example, we have Nelson Mandela, who was the ruler of South Africa. That is why today you and I know that South Africa is one of the best countries in Africa, because Nelson Mandela used his political experience in ruling them.
Giving a definite definition of a youth may be difficult, as many organizations, parastatals, churches, mosques, and other ethnic groups have their various age brackets. Having stated this, a youth can fall within the range of 15 to 35, 18 to 29, 18 to 45 years. Youth say that future leaders of tomorrow, but this statement can only be achievable and meaningful if the younger generation have been given a chance at politics.
They are extravagant. What that means by extravagant? Spending more than is necessary on wife. For example, using 2 million naira to celebrate birthday. So giving a focus on younger generation rather than the older generation is just a waste of time.
There's riots, terrorist terrorist assaults that have been happening in our country. And can you tell me that it is the younger generation that is in our country now that has given us this kind of riots and terrorist attacks in the country?
Older generation, yes, there is more crisis and all, but if younger generation are to rule us, there will be more criminal activities. They are lazy and they cannot rule our country. If they rule our country, they will end up selling our country to the devil.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, the moderator, impartial panel of judges, sacred timekeeper, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ode Mata. I am the representative of JSS Duse Sangwari. I am out here to strongly propose the motion which says that leaders are born and not made. The beliefs were supported by the great man's theory, which asserts that born leaders are born with all the required internal features, such as confidence, intelligence, social skills, and charisma. And these features make them leaders who are naturally born. A leader is an individual who has the capacity and desire to inspire and influence society. Therefore, a leader is someone who controls, guides, motivates, coordinates, and organizes others into achieving of the common goal. Firstly, leaders are made, not born, because many of us here today, including my opponent, are aspiring to become leaders, but we don't have some of these skills yet. We believe that in the course of time, we are going to learn them.
Mr. Moderator, sir, the statement can and will never be contradicted because you cannot give what you don't have. That's why we have many administrators failing and succeeding. A lion can surely never give birth to a goat.
To become a leader, one has to go through the experience of those who are experienced and nurture of those who are leaders. The guidance he or she gets from them stimulates him or her into becoming a leader. So no one can become something without the guidance of those who are currently in that position. Therefore, leaders are not born, but they are made through mentoring.
John Marcus is simply outlined that a leader is a person who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. My opponent may argue that leaders are made, not born, but I charge you this morning that there is a slight difference between learning the skills and mastering the skills. No one can become a leader by attending leadership series or following a specific principle that anyone can follow.
Internet is one of the best inventions, and it provides people with instant access to endless supply of knowledge. Using search engines like Google, Ask.com, Bing.com, you can ask any question and find a web page with the answer to your question.
Internet is also responsible for causing harm to society through the spread of fake news and propaganda. It is easy for an individual to wake up and cook up a false story about a friend or food, post it in the internet, and within minutes it catches up like wildfire.
Just last year, a friend to my father explained how a simple call from elsewhere ended with a loan of 500,000 naira taken on his behalf. He ended up spending 3 days in the hospital with his loan pending to be paid. The internet has killed him.
I know one of my opponents here may stand up and tell me the internet may be used for crime and so many other vices. But I stand here today to tell you crime has existed before the existence of the social media. With these few points of mine, I am sure, more sure, totally sure, and finally sure.
I'm a representative of Junior Secondary School, Warikaba. My name is Jennifer Madiba, and I am here to propose the motion which says political authority should be focused on younger generation rather than older generation. Let's say, for instance, let's take a look at the UK Prime Minister, a young fellow at the age of 42. He has a lot to offer to his country, but here presently in Nigeria, we are being ruled by older generation. They are at the age of 60 and above. What do they have to offer us?
In life, we go through various seasons. Between the age of 20 to 35, we are usually in the process of discovering our purpose. Between 35 to 65, we are maximizing the fullness of our purpose. Between 65 to 95, we are usually helping the younger generation to discover and maximize their purpose on earth, rather than blazing new trails.
You say it was the old people that destroyed Nigeria, but remember that it was also the old people that brought up Nigeria. Let's give for example, Nnamdi Azikiwe was one of the founders of Nigeria.
You say that the old people are the ones bringing down this country. Let me tell you, they are the founding fathers and they're the ones who brought up this country from scratch. They are the ones who made sure that this country is where it is today. Old people, yes, they enacted the 194 system of education, which allows us to be able to use technology in our classes.
I would like to talk about lack of concentration. This is what can happen to a child if he's being introduced to digital technology. How? Because the child will pay more attention and focus on his phone instead of burning the midnight candle.
When children are introduced to digital technology, it makes them more independent. And by the help of digital tools like smartphones, laptop, and the rest, it makes them to look at words, read online, and also understand words and the proper way to pronounce them.
Some creative contacts on Facebook, WhatsApp, as well as TikToking has made rituals and hard drug intake looks normal as well as cybercrime. When children get in touch with such videos, they will likely want to mimic or imitate such videos, and from there they expose themselves in practicing such crimes.
I am here to propose the motion which says online education should be adopted over traditional education. Through online education, one can take courses and earn degrees without spending money on buying textbooks. Online education has Z courses and Z degrees that have free available online materials where teachers and students leverage on, but these are not available in traditional education.
Classroom learning helps teachers and students to know each other in a better manner. This allows teachers to know students and evaluate their weakness and strengths better, act as mentors, and guide them in their career possibilities.
During the COVID-19, when the disease was spreading everywhere, all the other countries, some schools were still going online through online education.
I heard my opponent say that that traditional education brings more distraction to the students, but I put it to you that in an online education, it is easier for the students to be more distracted because in an online space where different adverts and games are popped up, the child is then distracted and curious to know what it's all about.
My name is Mohammed Al-Amin Sanusi. I'm here to share my thoughts in opposition to the motion that says children should be introduced to digital technology at an early age. A recent statistics shows that more than 90% of the younger generation are exposed to the digital world. And this exposure has made this young generation, and suddenly my generation, to over-depend on the digital world towards achieving their set goals and academic ones.
Let's give for example Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook. Do you think he was not introduced to digital technology at an early age to be able to produce Facebook that everybody is using today? Like in this hall that we are now, almost everybody here is on Facebook because of Mark Zuckerberg.
Let me shock you. Do you know that Bill Gates, the software developer himself, restricts the use of his children's usage of digital technology until they are 14 years old? Even Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple phone, he limits the time to which his children spend on iPads and iPhone at home. Even Don Spiel, the technology guru himself, he allows his children to use technology for 90 minutes per week. You see, these are the people that invented and created this technology. But then why are they limiting their children to it?
Let me ask you a question. Where did you go to find your research on this topic? Let me answer that question for them. Google. They went on Google to research that topic. Now, if they weren't exposed to digital technology at this age, they won't have that mind and capacity to do so.
As you said, excuse me, the Google that you're talking about, do you know the 1,000 ads that pop up on Google? You see a lot of ads on pornography, you see a lot of children clicking them just to know what it is and just to explore, and at last, it ends up destroying their life. You're talking about Facebook. Facebook has made a lot of children decrease in their depression. They're being molested online, they're being assaulted. Do you know what they do on Facebook? Do you know how many people are being frauded? A lot of children basically just give their biography and every information about them on Facebook. Well, do you know that they can use that thing to attack them, the family, make the family bankrupt? You should learn to use your brain to achieve all these things, the TV, the clock, and all the speakers and the cameras and everything here. They're not just produced like that. They were produced by the thinking of the most powerful weapon, I repeat, the most powerful weapon, which is the brain.